The empire of woman is an empire of softness, of address, of complacency. Her commands are caresses, her menaces are tears. Remorse sleeps during prosperity, but wakes bitter consciousness during adversity. Conscience is the voice of the soul, the passions of the body. Abstract truth is the eye of reason. To study men, we must look close by. To study man, we must learn to look afar. If we are to discover essential characteristics, we must first observe differences. I can only meditate when I am walking. When I stop, I cease to think. My mind works only with my legs. Good laws lead to the making of better ones. Bad ones bring about worse. Self-love is an instrument useful but dangerous. It often wounds the hand which makes use of it, and seldom does good without doing harm. Living is not breathing but doing. Girls must be thwarted early in life. Jean-Jacques Rousseau was one of the most influential thinkers during the Enlightenment in 18th century Europe. He who has the base necessities of life should pay nothing. Taxation on him who has a surplus may, if need be, extend to everything beyond necessities. Your beginning / he said to me, / is the rule of what will be required of you. Seek to behave so as to do more afterwards, but watch out never to do less. If I am part of a group of 100 people, do 99 people have the right to sentence me to death just because they are majority? Slaves lose everything in their chains, even the desire of escaping from them. Beware of listening to this impostor. You are undone if you once forget that the fruits of the earth belong to us all, and the earth itself to nobody. The writings of women are always cold and pretty like themselves. There is as much wit as you may desire, but never any soul. We cannot teach children the danger of telling lies to men without realizing, on the man's part, the danger of telling lies to children. A single untruth on the part of the master will destroy the results of his education. I long remained a child, and I am still one in many respects. If all were perfect Christians, individuals would do their duty, the people would be obedient to the laws, the magistrates incorrupt, and there would be neither vanity nor luxury in such a state. The majesty of the Scriptures strikes me with admiration, as the purity of the gospel has its influence on my heart. Remorse sleeps in the atmosphere of prosperity. From the first moment of life, men ought to begin learning to deserve to live, and, as at the instant of birth we partake of the rights of citizenship, that instant ought to be the beginning of the exercise of our duty. An intelligent being is the active principle of all things. One must have renounced all common sense to doubt it, and it is a waste of time to try to prove such self-evident truth. It is in man's heart that the life of nature's spectacle exists. To see it, one must feel it. We are ever looking forward or backward, ruminating on what is past, and can return no more, or anticipating the future, which may never arrive. There is nothing solid to which the heart can attach itself, neither have we here below any pleasures that are lasting. Toda la differencia consiste en una familiar. el amor paternal recompensar al padre de los cuidados que prodigar a sus hijos, en tanto que en el estado el place demandar supel el amor que el jefe no siente por sus gobernardos. Smell is the sense of memory and desire. The world is the book of women. Whatever knowledge they may possess is more commonly acquired by observation than by reading. The most absolute authority is that which penetrates into a man's innermost being and concerns itself no less with his will than with his actions. Never exceed your rights, and they will soon become unlimited. We are reduced to asking others what we are. We never dare to ask ourselves. The one thing we do not know is the limit of the normal. In a well-governed state, there are few punishments, not because there are many pardons, but because criminals are rare. It is when a state is in decay that the multitude of crimes is a guarantee of impunity. The world of reality has its limits. The world of imagination is boundless. Each member of the community gives himself to it at the instant of its constitution, just as he actually is himself and all his forces, including all goods in his possession. It is as if my heart and my brain did not belong to the same person. Feelings come quicker than lightning and fill my soul, but they bring me no illumination. They burn me and dazzle me. There are always four sides to a story: your side, their side, the truth, and what really happened. Supreme happiness consists in self-content. That we may gain this self-content, we are placed upon this earth and endowed with freedom. Temperance and labor are the two real physicians of man. In order to discover the rules of society best suited to nations, a superior intelligence beholding all the passions of men without experiencing any of them would be needed. The science of government is only a science of combinations, of applications, and of exceptions, according to times, places, and circumstances. We should not, with Warburton, conclude from this that politics and religion have among us a common object, but that, in the first periods of nations, the one is used as an instrument for the other. One can buy anything with money except morality. Men, despite all their ethics, would never be anything more than monsters if nature had not given them pity to bolster their reason. When a man is set in authority over others, everything conspires to rob him of his sense of justice and reason. So much good my persecutors have done me by recklessly pouring out all the shafts of their hatred. They have deprived themselves of any power over me, and henceforward I can laugh at them. It is a great evil for a chief of a nation to be born the enemy of the freedom whose defender he should be. The thirst after happiness is never extinguished in the heart of man. Alas, it is when one is beginning to leave behind one's mortal body that one is the most hindered by it. If then the people promises simply to obey, by that very act it dissolves itself, and loses what makes it a people. The moment a master exists, there is no longer a sovereign, and from that moment the body politic has ceased to exist. He who eats in idleness that which he himself has not earned, steals it, and a capitalist whom the state pays for doing nothing differs little in my eyes from a brigand who lives at the expense of passers-by. Innocence is ashamed of nothing.